very patriotic and nationalistic in their thinking. I need to add, very hygienic. They call themselves the bus stop boys. And they've been crisscrossing the city, trying to do the work that the assemblies are usually paid to do. And the waste management companies, they are weeding, they are digging out gutters, they are cleaning out silt and everything else. Kojo Safu joins me now. Kojo, good morning. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, sir.
And congratulations on all you do for Mother Ghana.
Thank you, sir.
Why did you decide as university graduates to be digging gutters and weeding places? Who sent you?
Nobody sent us anyway, but we are also of the view that as youth, 20 years from now, the future becomes ours. If we don't step in now to contribute our quota by hammering on patriotism, nationalism, and volunteerism, then in the future, when I'm 40 years or I'm 50 years, I might not get a sweet environment to enjoy any longer. Because as it stands now, there is too much plastic in the ocean, more than fishes now. And the evidence are clear. People in Jamestown go to sea, and they are now fishing plastics instead of fish. So that's the threat to our life as youth. That is why I said, no, we need to also step in as youth to begin to understand that if we don't contribute to developing or raising collective awareness about the environment, our future is really at risk, because the environment is the only reason why this life continues to amaze all of us. So that is why we had to come in and do our quota.
I see the numbers growing on a daily basis, but you tell me, how many were you when you started?
The first very one that started was myself and my girlfriend at the time. But then
you and your girlfriend went to dig inside a gutter?
Yes, that was the very first cleanup exercise we ever did. It was myself and my girlfriend. From there, we added a few boys and we started actively with 7. So I would say together we are about 8 people that began Basketball Boys.
What did you tell your friends to convince them to join you?
Well, the only thing I keep telling everybody is that as whatever it is we are doing now, in the next 100 years, we all become part of history. So for me, I see whatever is happening, if we can also contribute to something. One day when we are talking about the history of Ghana, we definitely also get mentioned. So yes, money is good, but we should also understand that those who fought for our liberation today, I started Kwame Nkrumah, for example. I grew up reading too much about Kwame Nkrumah, but as of now, I cannot even point to a building that belongs to Kwame Nkrumah. So that clearly tells me that indeed, if we all put the country at heart, we can do things willingly, and that's the bigger way, or that's the better step for us to be able to steer our country to the direction that we all want. Because clearly, it is patriotism, nationalism that will change our story. Because if you ask me, those who are patriotism is an end goal to all the problems we are facing as a country. Because for me, if we are all patriotic enough, then whoever signs contracts on behalf of Ghana will look at the interests of Ghana beyond everything. And that is how we win. So our key aim is to be able to hammer on patriotism, nationalism, so that at least we get a win at the end of the day.
Now, how many places, I mean, I know this might be difficult for you to answer because you have done more than enough, but how many different locations have you blessed the place with?
For now, its numbers up to 500. I may not be able to tell exact, but as at 1 year, we had done about 253 different places. And from that time up to today, almost like 500 different locations, inclusive of education, because we are saying that the only reason why we have a doctor at Kolebu is because that doctor was taught, educated to understand how medicine works. So if we can also put in education, talk about segregation, because as it stands now, every Ghanaian puts every waste in one bin and then they throw it away. But if we are to segregate the waste, separating plastic, separating metals and organic waste, then you see that the actual waste will not be that huge. This will go a long way to reduce the pressure at various landfills.
Right.
So we're also teaching young people about segregation, where we donate dustbins in a colored form to tell them about the various segregation. Aside from that, we also know what the law says about littering. For example, I cite the 2012 Public Health Act 2012, Act 851, Section 66.
Right.
That states categorically that prohibits any act that causes insanitary conditions, such as littering public places or dumping refuse. And the law go ahead to say that once you do that, you can be fined or imprisoned. Both can also be applied depending on the severity of the offense. So we try in our own way because we are looking at an end solution. We try to also educate people, tell them about the laws, and tell them about other good practices that will go a long way to bring us all the change we are looking for. For me, I see whatever we are battling with the environment as something that is long overdue. Because in 2 years, Ghana will be 70 years. And for me, in my deepest part of my soul, I wish it's not for anything at all. By the time we say we are a 70 years old country, we should be boasting of the cleaner environment, then I think we have made some good steps.
When you get to a location, first of all, you tell me, how do you identify where you want to clean?
Yes, we are of the obsession that making unclean places clean for free. So on a daily basis, as we go about our normal duty, we are looking at places that are unclean, and then we mobilize and go and clean. Even as we speak now, we are on our way heading towards Medina. And on the way, we have spotted about 3 different places that the drain is entirely filled with sand. So you cannot even tell whether there's a drain or there is not. But from our observation, we realize that there's a drain, but the sand has filled up all these places. So that's how we do it. We take note of it, and then we settle, and then we call ourselves, we come and then we clean. So there's no special criteria. It's all about once you identify a place that is unclean, you take videos or pictures of it, you inform the whole team, whoever is watching, then we all come together and then we do it.
When you get to a location to clean, what usually is the attitude of the people who live around there?
Majority of them are of the opinion that especially during December when elections was due, they say that but a lot of them thought we were government agencies or assemblies have sent us. But once we engage them and begin to explain to them that is not the point. Our whole concept is for you as Ghanaians to understand that in the event of malaria, cholera, typhoid, flooding, you are always the first victim. So do not rely or do not be hoping on the assemblies or anybody in charge to come and clean for you. Be a responsible citizen and take charge of your environment. By so doing, you prevent malaria, you prevent cholera, you prevent all the things that is coming around and hurting you, and then putting pressure on you to bring a lot of money. And you, all of us also know that money is more or less like something very difficult to come by in Ghana. So once you explain to them, some of them even end up joining us to clean. Some of them go to the extent of telling us where we can even get the closest landfill or where they dump their community trash. And so far it's been amazing. Some of them go to the extent of cooking and then bringing it to come and serve us, especially our sisters and our mothers who cannot join us while cleaning.
Now, your success stories are not hidden, but let's talk about some of the dangers that you go through. You want to share?
Yes, some of the main ones. We have a lot of dangers or challenges, but the big one that we are always hammer on is the mindset of the Ghanaian. We believe that the only difference between a Ghanaian child and an American child is the mindset. The American will not look anywhere around to think that there's a better place outside America. But the Ghanaian has been conditioned to believe that unless I travel out of this place, I won't make it.
Right.
So the mindset, that is why you don't get to see people rising up in various communities and making sure they are keeping their environment clean. Because right from the childbirth and the nurturing process, they keep inspiring you to travel in order to be recognized that we are seeking to change that. And once that is changed, patriotism and nationalism will begin to ride above all other interests. Aside from that, we talk about logistics.
Right.
This is the second. There's a lot of technological improvement and AI, which clearly means that we can no longer go to the extent of using brooms on our streets. There are pressure washers, there are street sweepers. Street sweeper can sweep 1 kilometer in an hour, but put 200 people on the street to sweep a kilometer, and they spend more than 2 hours doing the same job. So we are also of the view that indeed. But for the same reason why when there's a brand new Toyota Corolla, and then maybe 2025, we see a model in Ghana, we should also be looking into bringing new models and new inventions into that is used in cleaning the environment into the country. Then the job will now become easier. Then you can go to the extent of washing, not just cleaning, but after cleaning, you have to wash the street. That is what the Americans or the Europeans are doing, that is making their streets nice. So you can use pressure washer to wash all the dirt from the street and keep some consistency in maintaining them. Then we are good to go. Because for me, I know for a fact that no matter how durable any product is, if you don't maintain it, it will go bad. That is why a Pukwas, which is barely about 6 years old, is almost losing its vitality because the consistency in maintaining the beauty is almost out of the Ghanaian court, and that's what we are doing in our own way to at least bring the youth attention to the fact that we as youth of this country must champion the interest of Ghana. That is the only hope for our future.
I don't know what your educational background is, but you've been going around the country, the capital particularly. What do you make of the architecture of our drainage systems?
Yes, there's a huge problem. If you ask me, I have a little experience in road construction, so I see a whole lot of problems with some of the way some of our contractors construct our drains. For example, the median of every street is supposed to be the places where we put our carpet grasses, our flowers to beautify our streets.
Right.
But then you get to the median, for example, Pokwase, and the level of sand in the median is too high. So anytime it rains, the rain will wash the sand from where it is in the median, then wash everything to the side of the road. It's part of the reason why you see majority of our roads, the sand is almost blocking parts of the road because the median is supposed to be on a level so that whatever we plant there will be very beautiful. Ours are the sand is too high. And there are a lot of the places where you get to the banks of the drain and the sand is too high over there. For the same reason, once it rains, it washes everything back. We are saying that you can do stone pitching. You can plant flowers, carpet grasses to hold firm the soil so that no matter how many hours it rains, it won't wash the sand into the drain. So I think with all due respect to our engineers, we must begin to construct drains that suit the Ghanaian lifestyle because if not, sometimes I even ask myself, do we really understand why drains are constructed? Because there are instances where before they say the road is done, we've done constructing the road. We go check and there is sand in some part of the road that has been covered with a flat. So for me, I think that even in terms of drain construction, it's really some huge problems that has to do with the contractors and how they are putting up things for us. But, that is one huge part of the problem. For example, if you get to Odoko, Dansuma, Dansuma Junction from the Akuma Junction.
Right.
The whole drainage system over there has a huge construction problem. And then that is why, if you know the Akuma very well, every time it rains, it will flood.
Right.
Simply because of how the engineers designed the drains at that particular spot.
Let's talk about you and the new regional minister. She has a resolve to make Accra clean. I mean, former regional ministers had said similar thing, including the former president. But this new one also has come with a vision to have a cleanup exercise once every month, revive it, etc. What do you think of that?
Yes, we say thank you and God bless her because I have always been saying that once we get clean up into a Saturday, that is more or less like a day that people goes nowhere. If people feel reluctant in maintaining or even yelling at people who are messing up the environment. I believe that if you have to close your shop and lose money or lose business for about 5 hours just because you want to clean, that alone will go to the extent of making people conscious enough to deal with people who mess the environment because nobody wants to lose money. So if every Friday you lose about 6 hours of your active business hours in order to clean, that alone is another way of telling you that you don't have to be reluctant when you see people taking less in the environment. And I think it's a very good step because cleaning, I always say that the only reason why we are not getting the results is that the chunk of the citizens who contribute to the trash on our streets are not involved in the cleaning. So they feel like it is somebody's responsibility. Once taxes are paid, they have to go ahead and create the mess for somebody to come and clean. But if we don't get citizens involved and use the laws and apply sanctions where necessary, no matter who is in charge of cleaning our country, we will not get results. Because imagine we have active 1 million people cleaning our streets, and then we have another active 30 million people messing up our streets. The hassle will eventually go on and on and on, but we will get results. So we are very grateful that she's involving the collective, and then by so doing, I think everybody will become very much aware of why we don't have to litter our environment.
Kwadwo, I thank you very much. But before I let you go, I'm sure that Oliver Twist, you want some more. What would you need to help you do your work as efficiently, effectively as you dream of?
Well, first of all, I just thank you. And then one thing that we need the most is to bring back the task forces. For me, I see some of the assembly task forces who are in charge of arresting vehicles. It's good. But they should also pay attention to those who are messing their jurisdiction. For example, I cite Medina. You get to Zongo Junction and the whole story around Zongo Junction is not one that is amazing. And I believe that is also another place that you see a lot of assembly task forces arresting vehicles. They should channel some of their energy into arresting people who mess up the environment. Let's see some of them as a scapegoat. And aside from that, the final thing I'll say is everybody so far I have about 50 plus active volunteers who keep coming in and out. Some of them are post-NSS graduates, some of them are graduates, some of them are carpenters and all of that coming together. These people have been cleaning for free for almost 3 years. So with the new government and the new madam who wants to make changes, I also wish that they demarcate or they assign a place to us as Bastard Boys to take care of everything we have done over the past year. If it was in a particular community, I'll be rest assured. I can rest assure you that that community will be one of the cleanest communities in the whole of Accra. But because it's jumping from one community to another, you don't really get to see what exactly we are doing. So once we are facing us at a particular community, that will give us the edge to implement all the strategies and the procedures that we want to implement. In order to not just deal with the problem entirely.
Right.
For example, you can put that in a particular community, continuous education with the community, and even without us, the community themselves will rise up and do the needful.
Kojo Safo, Bastard Boys, thank you for serving Ghana and thank you for spending your morning with us.
Thank you, sir. I'm very grateful.
Great. That's Kojo Safo right there. Let me give you an opportunity. Maybe I have 5 or 6 calls. Keep it short, please. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Sure, I'm James calling from Sawam.
Great. Keep it short for me, James. Let's hear you.
Yes, this USA thing. As the Prof mentioned, we shouldn't be surprised about it at all. Yeah. And now that the Americans are out of this date, we shouldn't be looking around, go to China or here and there. No. Dependency cannot take us anywhere. Let's look within. We have the resources and cut down the waste and losses and revenue leakages and you have enough money to do it.
Okay.
Because this lazy country man's attitude cannot get us anywhere. Let's look within. We can make it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, James. And you can also call 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Let's hear from you. Good morning. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. How are you?
By God's grace, I'm fine. How about you?
Great. I'm alive. Talk to me, Uriah.
Our friends Chris and Donald Trump and sanitation together. Let me say sanitation because wherever I am, environment. I'm not trying to discourage anyone who is cleaning, but cleaning the gutters to give ourselves thought. We have to make sure that those that are littering stop. Full stop.
Right.
The former minister tried Operation Clean Your Frontage, and I'm still calling that he should come and account for every city spent because I believe that was not necessary. Coming to Donald Trump's issue, Johnny, either you are pregnant or you impregnate someone, you should be responsible.
Right.
The very time you got to know that you impregnate somebody's daughter, you should be preparing to be responsible for what the outcome may be.
Right.
Africa shouldn't be behaving like the prostitutes. And when money is mentioned, we say, what's up? We should be responsible. If I buy and I have to pay 1 cedi, let me pay that 1 cedi. If 30% will go for health, let it go.
Right.
The invisible evil hands has to be taken out.
Okay.
We don't have money, yet we give tax incentives to foreign companies who end up taking the money away. So whatever Donald Trump said, I'm within 1,000%. If you are beautiful, I said it last time, and then you laugh. If you are beautiful, the revenue minister will look at you.
Okay.
But you're supposed to use another thing. So let's start it from home.
Thank you very much. Grateful. And you can call us 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Dromoson. Yes, sir.
Sunrise on 3FM. The best in the morning.
Can you mind boy drive one like any drive because you could be composed.
No quality you are.
What can many theatre parliament and then over never buy.
Bye. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, Senior John.
Yes, boss. Chairman, how are you?
Please, I'm fine. This is Achu from Accra.
Okay, talk to me, Achu.
Okay. Senior John, in the USAID, you see the salary and the emolument of the MD.
Right.
The SIC MD.
Right.
I think the government should reconsider the salaries and the emolument of the various MDs of the SOE. So that even at least it will also save the country some money.
Okay.
In fact, I think that 70,000 cities is the old Ghana city 700 million, right?
Right.
So why will an individual be take such amount of money and the country too is in need of money?
Okay. I hear you. I hear you very much. Thank you very much. I bet it is to say who? 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, boss. How are you, Chairman?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm greater than Accra.
Yeah, we thank God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your good work.
We thank God.
About the USAID.
Yes, USAID, right.
Yeah. It's all good. We are thinking about their country. Let's all think about ourselves too.
Okay.
We can't just be depending on them all the time. We have to be dependent too. And it goes to the cowards politicians who get who pregnant their wife and then who get their wife pregnant and their girlfriend and then send them to the US to go and give birth. And they will end up stealing the money that has been given to them to do a project for the country. It goes out to them.
Okay. All right.
So, and hello?
Yes, sir. Quickly.
And to our former president, I want power to to our vice president. What was the goal? This morning I bought fuel at 16 point something.
Yeah,
I want to ask, is the gold for oil? Where are the gold? Are the gold finished or something? I don't know.
Okay. All right.
So please do something about it for us.
I hear you.
Because the gold for oil, we are doing gold for oil. We want to know.
We hear you. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. Final caller, maybe. Good morning. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Auntie Adole, good morning to you. Good morning.
Johnny, good morning, my brother.
Yes, boss. How are you doing?
By
30 seconds. Let's hear you.
You see, sometimes that's why I wonder. That is why MPP went into opposition now. They are supporters and themselves.
Okay.
They aren't serious at all.
Hey.
I had one guy this morning, and I wanted to call, but I didn't get through.
Right.
Talking about some pump issue, and then turn it to the energy sector not doing this thing. This guy, very good, Ramos.
Oh.
When His Excellency Joe Mahama brought in those car powers and then America and things to solve the energy sector something, was it not in this very country? What did his own government come to do? And then did they add anybody call it megawatt to what we have?
Okay, Papa.
You see,
take your time. Drink water.
Have a good day, my brother.
Good morning, final caller. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm greater than Accra.
Okay. Mr. Johnny, I support...
Chama, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Kum.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I support Donald Trump.
Okay.
We depend on them too much.
Right.
I wanted to ask this question. Shea butter, those days, do they export their district to go and do it outside? No, they do it in Ghana here.
We do it here, yes.
So if they can also implement this kind of law that lets they find ways of means to provide something for our country, I believe these things will stop.
Okay.
And second, if Donald Trump is deporting Ghanaians from America to Ghana, then what we should do now is to send Americans who are in Ghana here back to America so that they will know that we can also do something.
I hear you. All right. We can't pick in more calls. We have to do birthday and check out because Enyonam Halika is here.